I thought I'd give a tour of the map I made, Infinity Engineering Bay map I made. Just a little walkthrough to see bits of the map, so I can explain everything. Because people seem to have enjoyed playing it when I've play tested it, so that's good. You can do team deathmatch or free for all, but I think free for all works better. And you start, if you're on red team, you start here in the end of this hallway, which obviously just has loads of scenery in it, and there's a window into space. So this is basically supposed to be the edge of the bay, the base of UNSC Infinity. So there's, just to make it feel a bit bigger as a ship, because it is huge, I've added sort of extending walls out from the inner walls, outside the...
Game over. Victory.
Well, that didn't go as planned. Lol. Right, let's try that again. I'm not sure, I think someone joined and then left. So I've set the lobby to private, so that doesn't happen again. That was a bit annoying. As I was saying, I wanted to make the ship feel bigger, so I put in these bits to kind of scale out the edge of the ship. And they're a little detail that are really subtle, but I think they do help. The entire map, as described in the description, takes place in the engineering bay of the UNSC Infinity, so there's going to be lots of machinery and a bit of sort of construction work and cargo and stuff, but mostly like servers and machinery and stuff like that. And I've said it a lot, it's based upon my Infinity Collapse map, which was just an aesthetic map, which was supposed to just be escaping from the UNSC Infinity before it blows up, which is kind of inspired by the first mission in Halo 4. Even though that was a different ship, I wanted that sort of feel. And I made the layout, and I thought I may as well try and make a non-destructive version. And then after that, I just decided to turn it into an actual multiplayer map. So it went from being an aesthetic map to a different aesthetic map to being an actual multiplayer map. And that starts up there, but the ceiling is obviously closed off. So red team start down here, and then it leads up here. There's multiple ways to the entire map, but there's another hallway down here that you can go. And there's also this platform, which runs through the entire map down there. So we'll get to that later, but if you go down here, lots of decoration and scenery and stuff like that. There's a carbine here. These are the piston doorways. There's 2 in the map. I think they kind of help to mix up gameplay because they shut and you can't get through if you need to, and it can sometimes help you and it can sometimes be a burden. There's a wide angle filter on this map as well, which means aiming down the sights does nothing. So there's no benefit whatsoever, really. Just it turns your sensitivity down, basically. Which way should I go? I'll go this way. A lot of changes were made during forging this and playtesting it. So this area was open. This used to be blocked off, but it made this part of the map too sort of separate. So I changed that. You can go down here. There's actually screaming through this wall, through these 2 doorways, if you listen closely. More servers and machinery and things like that. This is a spawning corner. Another hallway down here, we've got an SMG. There's 2 SMGs on this map. Silenced SMGs. Another section here, we've got lockers and these things, I don't know what they're called. Spacesuit. Another window out to space. Just see the halo ring there. Nothing else here. Exploding barrels. A lot of exploding barrels on the map. Another window. I also made sure that windows are only on the correct sides, so this entire map is essentially a square, but there's only windows on 2 sides, not 4. That's where we came from. More SMG. Here is another central sort of tunnel with a 4 on a grenade down here, and this leads through this doorway back to where we were before. So go down here again. You can come out onto the other side of this tunnel, and up here is the tunnel we looked down at the beginning of the walkthrough. We're at that end, so that does lead all the way through. There's a spawning tunnel down here, so you can spawn down here. There's nothing here, and there's an invisible wall here to prevent you from jumping over here. So it's a pretty safe place to spawn, and then again right next to it as well there's another hallway, so you can spawn in here, so you're not in the middle of fire. That leads to the center of the map, but we'll go this way just to get a different view. Another little spawning corner. I made sure there's plenty of spaces to spawn, especially on a free-for-all game type. There's an invisible wall up here, so you can't clamber. Another window in space again. The audio was really important to me as well, because all the maps I make, I like to make sure they have like a story behind them, and I want them to be believable and realistic, so they're not just built for multiplayer basically. So there's a lot of audio throughout this map that makes it feel very real, and I like that. Halo 2 battle rifle at this corner, so we're at the opposite corner of the map now to where we spawned. I really don't like the Halo 5 battle rifle, but yeah. More scenery, lots of corners, whatnot. There used to be a piston door here, but I moved it to there to balance out the map, because again I was cutting off this part of the map too easily, because this is a major access route and there's only one way to this side of the map from here. By having the piston here I was really cutting off the gameplay, so I moved it there, that way that there's still an access route to this side really easily if you need to. But this has actually saved my life before, by running through it just before it shuts. If we go, it's kind of tricky to decide where to go next. I'll take you to the center of the map now. So this is the center. Ordnance shotgun here, which is contested for. This leads up to the walkway up here, which goes all the way down. So you can just run through here and you're back in the starting hallway down there. So there's two halves. This leads down that tunnel where the Forerunner grenade is, and this leads back to where we were before. So it all links together. It's very close quarters, but it's all very accessible at the same time, so that's good. And then the rest of the map goes down here and comes out where I was before. So I'll go that way. That's just closed. A lot more changes were made again that I mentioned. This was a wall before, and this whole here wasn't open. It was just glass. So this whole area was way too tight. So I opened it up, made it more accessible again after feedback. Down here is a spawning area again. Just a little tunnel. Quite nice aesthetic. Quite dark. It's like a repair tunnel, I guess. Up here is the other SMG spawn at the other end of the map. The other Forerunner grenade as well. Another window on the other side with the walls of the ship as well, jutting over, and you can see the Halo ring again. Down here, I always have to blow those up. Another window. I think there's 6 windows on the map, 3 on each side. Vending machine, scenery, and we're back here. So that's all the way round. This part is kind of like a these giant server things. They're like not floating, but they're kind of lifted off the ground, and I kind of like that look. So it's good for actually if you want to chuck grenades down here. You can do that sort of thing. So if you see someone coming down there, you just chuck a grenade through there. You can surprise them. But yeah, that's the walk through the map. The scenery was super important, so I added lots of detail. I added the I can't remember what they're called, the little blue things floating in the air, just to make it feel more alive. Vents of steam, patches of garbage, like over here, that sort of thing. I wanted the place to feel like it had been used and was still being used, and it just the gun to be like taken over or something. I don't know, something like that. But yeah, I really like this map. So it plays really well on free for all, better than team deathmatch, I think. But probably haven't had enough Team Slayer matches to test it out properly. But free for all, it's great. I think the best number is 6 people, but it's really 4 to 8 optimized. And yeah, I really like it, and I hope you guys try it out and test it and bookmark it if you do like it. But yeah, that's Infinity Engineering Base, so thanks for watching.